Shalom, Yashrala. This your brother Dawadah, coming back at you with this here truth again. First and foremost, I want to give all praise unto Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rakakwadash. Double honor to the apostles and the elders of great millstone that taught us this truth and that rule well. And salutation and much love for you, Akim, pushing this truth and sincerity on the four corners of the earth and enduring afflictions to feed and edify the elect. So I want to jump into this here quick lesson, again, dealing with the things that we got going on right now, you have a lot of our people right now that's asking for either reparations or some kind of payback or whatever, whatnot, for America to atone for its original sin, which was slavery. All right. But nevertheless, the majority of our people, save the Israelites, the men of the Lord that send us here truth. Nobody's asking for, a proper recompense, man. They're not asking for what's actually owed unto them, man, or what the scriptures say is owed unto them. All right. So we're going to get into this here lesson dealing with, how this all ends, man, and how Esau is going to actually pay us back for all these things, man. It's not going to be according to his own will. It's going to be according to the will of the Most High. All right. So this is Exodus 21. I'm going to jump down to verse 16. It says, and he that stealeth a man and selleth him, if he be found in his hand, he shall surely be put to death. Real quick. Where's that at? Okay. Let me get it real quick. Isaiah 14 and verse... Isaiah 14, 16, and 17. It says, and they that shall see... they that see thee shall narrowly look upon thee and consider thee, saying, is this the man that made the earth to tremble, that did shake kingdoms, that made the world a wilderness and destroyed the cities thereof, that opened not the house of his prisoners? All right. So this is, when Yahweh has something to let the captives, set the captives free, talking about you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. All right. Because you were sold into slavery over here in America. All right. And like Deuteronomy 28 and 68 say, no man shall buy you or no man shall redeem you, get you up out of this slavery, except for Yahweh Shai, all right? But nevertheless, on Esau's perspective, he never so-called freed us from slavery, all right? The Emancipation Proclamation ultimately just transferred, private slaves into the public system, all right? But nevertheless, and this is why we still in these same conditions, because we're still in our captivity to the same very day. This is one thing that our people fail to realize when they're asking for land, they're asking for money, they're asking for Esau just to be sorry or whatever, whatnot. You don't understand. You still... it's like a prisoner, all right, getting beat down unjustly inside of the jail cell system, and now, you want the cops to right their wrongs for doing whatever. But now you asking for, oh, I want to be housed somewhere else. I want to be housed, somewhere that's not in the prison, more or less. Say, like, no, you still in prison. You should work on getting out of prison first, or you trying to sue the cops. Like, yeah, but what are you going to do? Put the money in the commissary or something like that? Like, why don't you worry about getting out, But nevertheless, that's what, our people fail to realize, that we still in captivity until this same very day, man. And a lot of these things that they're asking for is utterly retarded because they fail to realize what they're dealing with is the devil, all right? For you so-called Negroes here that's asking for your own land and things like that, you don't want your own fucking land out here, man. This is the problem with so many of these uneducated-ass Negroes, and I mean uneducated about who the hell they dealing with, the devil, all right? This is the folly of their speech. Oh, we need our own land. They should just give us our own state and our own resources. Okay, well, look what Esau does to your brethren, man. What's the condition of Cuba right now, man? What's the condition of Puerto Rico right now? What's the condition of Mexico right now? What's the condition of Venezuela right now? Brazil. We can keep going all day long. All these places where you have, the other tribes, they actually, Haiti and Dominican Republic, they have their own so-called lands, all right? But they're not in control of their own land. They're not in control of their own resources, man, all right? And not only that, hey, they can come with you with these sanctions. They can come with you with their proxy military, the sanctions like Cuba, leave you frozen in time in the 50s where nobody, they put sanctions on you. Oh, like with Iran, anybody want to deal with them, we're going to put sanctions on y'all, or we'll come to war with y'all. And ain't nobody trying to stand up against Esau with that, man. All right. Or you'll be out there like Venezuela where they're trying to, if you're trying to stand up for your people or whatever, whatnot, hey, man, they're going to put a bounty on your head, come in and try to assassinate you and set up their own puppet, like what they trying to do with Juan Guaido. All right. And then they're going to sabotage your country and they're going to demoralize your country, man. All right. This is the things that happens when you have your own land mass, man. You see what they're doing to you right here in the land that they own, right? How much more when you have your own territory, man? They're going to come over there. Look what happened when we had our own Black Wall Street and so on and so Black Wall Street wasn't the only one that we had. We had damn near one in every damn state. You know what I'm saying? But nevertheless, this is what happens when you have your own land, man. All right. Or reparations and some trillions of dollars. Like, okay, well, they just up the price of everything else, man. If you don't own anything, you're going to wind up giving it right back to them, man. They just cut a check and gave everybody money, but where did that money actually go back to? Right back into their pockets, man. All right, so this is for these uneducated ass jakes that's out here speaking for things they know not about, man. First and foremost, you got to find out who your enemy is that you're fighting against this here war. Then you'll realize how he's fighting this here war against you and how you can fight back, man. All right. We're looking for the Lord to render our recompense, man. All right. Now let's go back. Isaiah 14 and 16 and 17, it says, they that see thee shall narrowly look upon thee and consider thee, saying, is this the man that made the earth to tremble, that did shake the kingdoms? All right. So you want your own land, like, yo, Esau gonna come over there and take that shit from you, man. Verse 17, that made the world a wilderness and destroyed the cities thereof, that opened not the house of his prisoners. See, he's got the world's biggest military budget. You ain't got no military or no military equipment or no technology, man. All right, so he'll freely give you your own shit. In fact, Esau the type of person like, look, you know what? We'll take Washington, D.C. Y'all can have the rest of the United States. You know what I'm saying? Within 2 months, we'll just use our military and take it all back. Or we'll take our usury and our banking interest, and we'll just take it back from you so-called peaceably. You know, and I'm like, well, y'all couldn't control it all. You know, this is what Esau does. Look at the condition of these other nations out here, man. All right. Verse 17, that made the world a wilderness, that destroyed the cities, that opened not the house of his prisoners. And so Esau, you have to understand that we're in this prison house. Esau still has us in captivity. All right. So now let's go back to the book of Exodus 21 and 16. It says, and he that stealeth the man and selleth him. And that's what happened to us, man. We were stolen from over there in Africa and Spain and, you know, those other places over there. And we was sold on auction blocks over here in America, all right? It says, and he that stealeth the man or selleth the man, all right? So both Esau stole and sold us, or if he be found in his hand, all right? And this is why we just read in the book of Isaiah that he opened not the house of his prisoners. We're still in his possession to this same very day, all right? It says, or if he be found in his hand, he shall surely be put to death. And ultimately, this is, you know, a pun intended. When Yahushua come back, man, Esau gonna get caught red-handed, all right? Edom, meaning red, all right. But nevertheless, he's gonna be caught with the prisoners still into his hands, man. All right. So what? The cure for that says, or if he be found in his hand, he shall surely be put to death. All right. And so this is what the Lord has in plan for Esau to pay him back with these things, man. All right. How he's gonna be paid back. Let me quickly go over to Joel 3. This is Joel 3 and 2. It says, I will also gather all nations and will bring them down to the valley of Jehoshaphat and will plead with them there for my people and for my heritage Israel, whom they have scattered among the nations and part of my land. All right. And so if you understand this is going into what? World War III. This is why you're seeing all these nations bringing all their troops basically over to the Middle East, because this is where the Lord is drawing them all to fight the great battle of what they call Armageddon. All right. World War III is going to take place over there, and the Lord's going to ultimately reign supreme. All right. Continuing on, verse 3. You know, because, you know, people think that translating slave trade is not in the scriptures, but it is. All right. Joel 3 and 3. And they have cast lots for my people. They have given a boy for a harlot and sold a girl for wine that they might drink. And that's what they were selling us for. You know, they were selling us for rum. What do they say? Rum, whiskey, and prostitution, man. All right. Verse 4. Yea, what do you have to do with me, O Tyre and Zidon and all the coast of Palestine? Will you render me a recompense? All right. So he's talking to the Africans who wound up rounding us up and selling us to the Edomites, man. All right. It says, will you render me a recompense? All right, you going to pay me back? They're not going to pay us. The only way for them to pay us back is for them to owe us their souls and their children's souls and generation after generation after generation in hardcore slavery. All right, and if you ever brought this out to their minds, you think that they're going to be like, you know what, you right, let us just all go into captivity up under your ass. They're not going to do this, man. They got a hard enough time trying to give you some money or just some respect, man, let alone they're not going to put themselves into slavery, man. All right. It says, will you render me a recompense? And if you recompense me swiftly and speedily, I will return your recompense upon your own head, because you have taken my silver and my gold and carried into your temples my goodly pleasant things. All right. And the children of Judah, you so-called Negroes, all right, and the children of Jerusalem, you so-called Latinos and Native Americans, have you sold into the Grecians, the so-called white men, that ye might remove them far from their borders. All right. Behold, I will raise them out of the place whither you have sold them, and will return your recompense upon your own head. And I will sell your sons and your daughters into the hands of Judah, and they shall sell them into the Sabians to a people far off, for Yahweh have spoken it. So the Lord spoke these things. The Lord say, look, this is the way you're going to pay me back. You can't, you ain't got enough money, man. The only way that the only form of currency that we want for a payback is your actual souls and the descendants of your seeds, man. They all belong to us, man. That's what the Lord say. That's what these scriptures say, man. And until our people start rising up and calling out for these things, the Lord is not with none of that shit you talking about, man. Black Lives Matter, marching, wanting equal rights. You want reform. You want change. You want reparation. The Lord ain't with none of that, man. The Lord is with reparations, but according to his will, not according to their will, man. Like we read in here, the Lord say, look, you sold them into slavery. Look, they going to take your kids and sell them into slavery, man. All right? This is Jeremiah 30:16. It says, therefore, all they that devoured thee shall be devoured. All right? And so it ain't no so-called forgiving these people, man. All right, we can read about that. Let me grab that first, because they be talking about we need to be forgiving these Edomites. We'll see what the Most High say about that. Hebrews 12:16 says, lest there be any fornicator or profane person as Esau, who for one morsel of meat sold his birthright. For ye know how afterwards, when he would have inherited the blessing, he was rejected, for he found no place of repentance, though he sought it carefully with tears, man. So there's no forgiveness for these Edomites, man. So, you know, you have a lot of our people in this so-called forgiveness spirit or whatever, whatnot. No, man. The Most High is not, no, he's that, look, you got to pay back, man. You know, you got to eat. It's like somebody going to this high 5-star restaurant, ordering up all this food and dining all good, and then the bill coming up like, oh, I'm sorry. I ain't got the money for this. You know, I'm sorry. No, man, you got to pay for this some kind of way, man. Ain't no sorry ain't bringing back the food that we didn't just, you know, spent money on to feed you with. The sorry's not going to bring back the time and the labor that we just had these servers out there with. The time and the labor that the cooks had to use to cook this here meal, or the space you took up in this here restaurant that we losing money on, man. We took a loss here. You got to pay us back, man. The sorry ain't going to, we know you sorry. You a sorry-ass Edomite. But we don't want no apology, bro. Look, like the Most High say, hey, show your faith by works. You can't just say that you believe. All right, show me you believe by your works, man. Show me you truly sorry by going into captivity, man. All right. Let me go back. Jeremiah 30:16. It says, therefore all they that devoured thee shall be devoured, and all thy adversaries, every one of them shall go where? Into captivity. What is this? We'll look up the word captivity for you simple Negroes. It was like, this is hate speech. You know, this is what the scriptures say. We went into captivity, right? You want to go out there talking about how we were slaves and whatnot, but this is what the Most High say, man. All right, all thy adversaries shall go into captivity. The definition is captivity, captive, state of captivity, the act of capture, captives, all right? It says exile, captured, exile, booty, captives, prisoners, taken away, that was taken. So these people gonna be in captivity up under us, man. They're gonna be we gonna have them in captivity, man. All right, this is what's gonna ultimately happen to these people. All right, let me read it again. Jeremiah 30:16. Therefore, all that, now this is the Most High's reparations program right here, man. And if you're not down with this, your ass is gonna die in captivity anyway. You know, or you're gonna die over here anyway. You know what I'm saying? Though hand join and hand, the wicked shall not go unpunished. This is what is ordained. The gavel has already come down. The judgment has been written. All right. The only thing is left is for you know, Esau to actually, you know, a lot of times you go to court or whatever, whatnot. You lose a trial or whatever, whatnot. You know, you have your sentencing day, and then sometimes, you know, the day that you actually have to go into, I forgot how they call it, a delayed sentence or something like that, where let's say you was charged and found guilty of a trial today and sentenced to X amount of years in jail, but it was deferred for 6 months to a year. That's basically what's going on right now, man. There's no turning back now, man. So it says, therefore all they that devoured thee shall be devoured, and all thy adversaries, every one of them shall go into captivity. And they that spoil thee shall be as spoil, and all that prey upon thee will I give for a prey. All right. So basically, let me read the next one. For I will restore health unto thee. I will heal thee of thy wounds, saith Yahweh, because they called thee an outcast, saying, this is Zion who no man seeketh. So going back into these things, you know, we're at the bottom of the bottom right now, but the Most High is about to restore us. The Most High is going to give us this here reparations package, man. All right. And it's going to be righteous, man. Those that took us into captivity, they're going into captivity. All right. Here's the famous one that we all know, which is straight to the point, you know, Revelation 13:10. He that leadeth into captivity, and we was led into captivity over here by the so-called white man, shall go into captivity. So this is, you know, and like we was reading in Exodus, we still gonna be found in his hand when Yahushua comes. So he's gonna be put to death. All right, the elites, they're not gonna be put to death. They're gonna be the first fruits. They're going into chains and slavery. All right, and then we're gonna breed their ass to breed their children back. You know, to bring the rest of these Edomites back, and then they're gonna serve out 1,000 years of captivity. It says, he that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. And what was Esau's blessing? He was supposed to live by the sword. So this is how he made it up throughout the whole earth, but by rape, robbing, and pillaging, man. death and hell followed him. So guess what? Death and hell is going to follow him in a different sense, where it's going to be pursuing him, all right, till he be destroyed, all right? He that kills with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here's the patience and the faith of the saints. And this is what we patiently waiting on, and this is what we have faith that the Lord is going to render unto our enemies, man, all right? This is in the book of Isaiah, chapter 14 and verse 2. It says, and the people shall take them and bring them to their place, all right? And the house of Israel shall possess them in the land of Yahweh for servants and handmaids, all right? So look, the children of Israel is about to take somebody into captivity, and they're going to use them as slaves, all right? And let's find out who Israel, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, are about to inherit for slaves. And they shall take them captives, whose captives they were, and they shall rule over their oppressors. So right now, while you have these Black Lives Matter protests, who's the ones that's suppressing you so-called Negroes, man? And don't say the police force. Who's these police force representation of, man? All right, what society, what civilization, what nationality of people is it that's oppressing you? Not just here in America, because we see these protests and these uprisings all throughout all these Edomite ran nations, man. Wherever Jake is scattered at, man. All right, so look, we're going to rule over our oppressors, and we're going to take them in captivities whose captives we were, all right? That's talking about you so-called white people, you Edomites. You're going into captivity and slavery under the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. All right? And I'm going to throw this in here and close out because I spoke on their elites. This is, you know what? I'm going to read the whole chapter, the whole psalm. Psalm 149 and 1, it says, praise ye Yahweh, sing unto Yahweh a new song and praise and his praise in the congregation of saints. And this is that new song that we're singing right here, because before they thought that, you know, the scriptures and reading in the Bible was all love and God love everybody, we should all come together, sing kumbaya. But that was a fallacy that the so-called white man used against us to keep us asleep, man. All right, because these same scriptures have been in the scriptures. The Israelites, we didn't add no new scriptures, man. No, we didn't add any of these things. These are the same things that was in the scriptures from beforehand, man. All right. Verse 2, let Israel rejoice in him that made him. Let the children of Zion be joyful in their king. This is why we should be rejoicing in the Lord for the things that he's about to do for us. Let them praise his name and dance. Let them sing praise unto him with timbrel and harp. For Yahweh taketh pleasure in his people and will beautify the meek with salvation. Let the saints be joyful and glory. Let them sing aloud upon their beds. All right. And so this is where, you know, the elect right now is doing the same thing, man, because we know that the Most High is about to do this here work upon these Edomites, man. Verse 6, let the high praise of the Most High be in their mouth and a two-edged sword in their hands, all right? To do what? To execute vengeance upon the heathen and to punishment upon the people, to bind their kings with chains, with chains and their nobles with fetters of iron, to execute upon them the judgment written, this honor have all his saints, praise ye Yahweh. So look, their kings and their noblemen, their higher ups, these elites, they're gonna be the first fruits going into slavery. We're gonna wind up catching their ass, finding them in their bunkers and everything like that, chaining their ass up, all right, and then start breeding them, because we got to bring back these Edomites, the ones that's going to be over here, that's going to be missile food over here, man. All right, they got to bring all their children back just for them to go in slavery for 1,000 years, man. And how beautiful is it that you know, it's going to turn out that way, because why? These elites ain't never had to work a day in their life. They never had to break a sweat a day in their life. But guess what? They're going to be the first ones to actually put their hand towards the plow and start working towards this here kingdom, man. All right? Oh, I'm going to actually close out on my favorite one in the Psalms dealing with this topic. Psalms 2 and 8. It says, this is the Most High. This is what you should be asking for your reparations from the Most High, man. Don't be asking Esau for no damn reparations. Don't be rallying up talking about a black agenda, none of that. Hey, the Most High going to destroy all of that, man. All you people out there marching and all that stuff, the Most High's targeted your ass to mark your ass. This is why 2/3 got to be cut off and die. Because they don't want to go on the Most High's plan of his will. They want to work inside of Esau's system, the same system of oppression that was made to destroy you, man. You have to understand this is the place of your captivity, the place of your punishment, man. All right, it's not a place for you to be trying to be equal and so on and so forth and all these things. No, man. All right, the Most High has a wonderful plan for this place, man. Not only to destroy this place economically, morally, structurally, but come through with thermonuclear missiles and take this place off the face of the earth, man. You don't want to build here. You don't want no economy here with they foul money and none of these things, man. No, man, the Most High about to wipe this thing off the face of the earth, man. And he's not going to give you no little small state to have your own shit that you got to defend from these Edomites. No, you're going to inherit the whole planet earth, man. And all these people, let me read it. Psalms 2 and 8. Ask of me, and I shall give thee the heathen for thy inheritance, and the uttermost part of the earth for thy possession. All right? Let me read it again. Ask of me. This is what you should be asking the Most High for. And I shall give thee the heathen for thy inheritance. You should be asking the Most High for these Edomite souls for captivity. I want this nigga to be my slave. I want his son to be in captivity. I want to put a chain around his neck, put them into captivity. I want these niggas working in my fields and picking my cotton and shit, man. I want to be whooping these niggas back, man. You know what I'm saying? I want all this land, like this Most High say, loose thy foot for every place where the sole of your foot have touched it. I have given you this land, man. Literally, that's the whole planet Earth, man. It's all ours, man. And then more. All right? So that's what you shouldn't be asking for, no little land. We want, a small state or something like. You shouldn't even be asking for the whole U.S. The whole planet is going to be given unto you, so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, man. All right? The whole planet is going to go into your possession, man. All these heathen, we've been going through it throughout this whole lesson. All these heathen, they all belong to you. They're going to be bowing down unto you to serve you, man. All right? Asking me, and I shall give thee the heathen for thy inheritance and the uttermost part of the earth for thy possession. All right? And I'm not going to read this whole chapter, but this whole chapter right here literally goes into them going into captivity, man. All right? Isaiah 60:4, lift up thy eyes round about and see, all they gather themselves together, they come to thee. Thy son shall come from far, thy daughter shall be nursed at thy side. Thou shalt see and flow together. Thy heart shall fear and be enlarged, because of the abundance of the sea shall be converted unto thee. The forces of the Gentiles shall come upon thee. Now this is like you playing a damn lottery game, lottery scratch-off game, where the top prize, you can hit the jackpot for $500. A little scratch-off game. It's $1 ticket, top prize $500. Well, you played the dollar ticket, but you didn't win $500. You won $500 trillion. You know what shit, damn. You so shocked and surprised. Like, I was only expecting to win about $20 off this motherfucker, if anything. I was really expecting to lose. But the most I've ever won off of this, the top prize I was thinking was $20, maybe $100 if I was that lucky. But I don't never really win more than $5 or $10, a free ticket, $2. But I don't want $500 trillion when the top prize is $500, bro. That type of feeling. You see what I'm saying? This is what it says. It says, thou shalt see. Yeah, verse 5. Thou shalt see and flow together, and thy heart shall fear and be enlarged, because of the abundance of the sea shall be converted unto thee, and the forces of the Gentiles shall come unto thee. All right, let me jump down a little bit. Verse 9. Surely the isle shall wait for me, and the ships of Tarshish first, to bring thy sons from far, their silver and their gold with them, unto the name of Yahweh thy power, and to the Holy One of Israel, because he have glorified thee. All right, they're going to be bringing their gold and their silver, their resources unto us. And the sons of strangers, all right, their children, that, like I said, the scriptures say, to bind their kings and their nobles with fetters of iron. Everybody else is going to be gone, man. This is going to be basically just the remnant of Esau, but what? They're going to be bred. All right, we're going to start bringing back breeding Edomites. You know what I'm saying? They want that pure bloodline that they love. We're going to keep a pure bloodline of Edomites, all right, for 1,000 years, man. We're going to keep breeding your ass and putting your children into captivity, man. All right, verse 10 says, and the sons of strangers shall build up thy walls, and their king shall minister unto thee. For my wrath I smote thee, but in my favor I have mercy unto thee. Therefore, now this was something that I spoke about at camp this week, this weekend, we happened to watch the protests walk by us, and it was literally a sea of people, man, all these different nations. It was like a Black Lives Matter protest, but it was only like, out of, would seem like maybe 1,000, 2,000 people. You know what I'm saying? It was only like 60 Jakes out there, and it was a certain type of Jake, docile, brainwashed Jake out there. When you see gothic Jakes out there, you know what I'm saying? Those type of shits, you already know there's something wrong with them. But, the other types of Jakes you seen was out there was, some real Jake men out there, but they was pulling out, they was going out there trying to catch some of them women out there, But nevertheless, you see a majority of these other nations, and you look around the planet, you see these things going on. All right, this is like a snapshot of what's going to be happening, man. All right, verse 11, therefore thy gate shall be open continually. They shall not be shut day nor night, that men may bring unto thee the forces of the Gentiles, that their kings may be brought. All right, so just like you see with these marches, these thousands and thousands and thousands and waves and waves and waves and waves of people, man. This is the Most High showing you what it's going to be like here shortly, man. These nations are going to be flowing in unto you just like that, where all their possessions, gold and silver, and their children. Take my son into captivity. Take my daughter and make her concubine. Take all that we have, man. Here, take me into captivity, man. All right, the righteous of these damn heathen, they're going to be coming with their own chains around their damn necks. Here, take me into captivity. They're going to be fighting to be taken into captivity first, man. All right, because after they see the horror and the destruction of what the Most High is going to do to these Edomites, man, they got Hey, man, they gonna be dying to go into captivity. Look, man. Hey, hey, what's your boy name is? Duterte, Rodrigo. I think his name is Rodrigo Duterte, the president of the Philippines. He's so harsh cracking down on these drug dealers out there. He's like, yeah, fuck them. We're going to kill all the drug dealers out here. We don't want drugs in our country no more. We're going to kill all the drug dealers. He brought down the hammer so bad that they got drug dealers out there turning themselves in, showing up to the damn jails themselves, breaking into the jails. Like, look, bro, I'm sorry, bro. I'm trying to break into fucking prison and shit. Just don't kill me. Don't kill me, because the shit that they got going on over there with the drug dealers, man, these people don't want to see that end of that fate, man. Bringing out public executions and whatever, whatnot. They saying it on the TV. No, we ain't shying away. We killing y'all ass, man. And guess what these drug dealers are doing? You know what? And that's what happens when we have public execution and public judgments, man. All right, when people be convicted of certain things, they go and they put themselves in that position, man. All right? Let me read that again. Verse 11. Therefore thy gate shall be open continually. They shall not be shut day nor night, that men may bring unto thee the forces of the Gentiles, that their kings may be brought. For the nation and the kingdom that will not serve thee shall perish. Yea, those nations shall be utterly wasted. All right, let me jump down one. Verse 14. The sons of them that afflicted thee shall come bending unto thee, and all that despise thee shall bow themselves down at the soles of thy feet, and they shall call thee the city of Yahweh, the Zion of the Holy One of Israel. All right, so going into these things, man. All right, the Most High is going to recompense us, or recompense these Edomites, and make us whole. All right, the reparations we're going to get is we're going to get these heathen, man, and the uttermost part of the earth, man. All right, so, hey, man, you asking for, reparations or any of these other things, land and all these things, man, you should get on the Most High's plan, man, before your ass gets smoked with these Edomites, man. And this is how the Most High is going to justify these things, man. This is what you see going on around the planet Earth right now, man. All right, but there has to be a great weeding out of the weak first, all right? Only the remnant of Israel, all right, which is the elect, is going to go into the kingdom of heaven, because why? They got their eyes on the Lord, man. Their ears is open unto the Lord, following his God and his direction, man. All right, instead of listening to their own self and whatever, whatnot. Like I said, these simple-ass jakes, they want their own land over here, or wherever they want their own land. Hell, if they ask for their own planet, all right, you see, Esau got probes going out to the moon, Mars, all kind of shit. He's not going to leave you alone, bro. You see what I'm saying? You got to take Esau out of power and subject his ass into captivity, man. All right? That for him to leave you alone, man. And if you don't want that, then the Most High going to have to cleanse your ass. You're going to have to learn after death by pain, man. Thus saith the scriptures, man. All right? So with that, we're going to go ahead and close out. Lord willing, this here lesson was edifying unto the elect. Until next time, I say, call halal Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh Shai, Bahashim Rakakodash. Double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone that taught us this truth and that rule well. And salutation and much love for you, Akim, pushing this truth and sincerity in the four corners of the earth and enduring afflictions to feed and edify the elect. Till next time, I say stay strong. Shalom.